The sea level behind us is at high tide here in Lake Pontchartrain. You're going to see from time to time the whitecaps are actually coming over the seawall.
That was Mandeville, Louisiana resident Jared Bro this past Saturday. But this was Jared Bro in June when we visited him in that very same front yard.
The deal we make is God gives us 360 beautiful days a year, and about 5 days a year he takes those back. And if you're okay with that, then you get to live by the water.
It is a devastating routine for Louisiana and the Gulf Coast, and it didn't start with Hurricane Katrina.
We're now 90 years into this cancer, and no real cure has been found.
What they are trying to cure is the continued encroachment of water that happens not seasonally but daily.
Every day we lose more than a football field of land an hour.
Now those looking for that cure in southern Louisiana are even talking about abandoning parts of that state entirely, paying people to move in order to avoid the destruction we've seen over many decades.
What we hear when someone says, give you the money to move somewhere else, that may be physically possible, and of course it is, but then you begin to lose your culture.
Angela Chalk is the executive director for Healthy Community Services. It's a nonprofit organization based in the 7th Ward of New Orleans.
Even though I live in an urban community, I'm directly impacted by the effects of coastal land loss along the rural parishes of Louisiana because of population shifts.
And not everyone is affected equally by climate.
Historically low-lying areas in the Gulf South, if you think about Plaquemines Parish, those are historically black communities, and those are the communities that are sort of the first, like the front line of defense when you think about storm surge and rising sea levels.
Caressa Chester is with the Foundation for Louisiana. She says that while weather does not discriminate, it exploits inequality.
When you are living somewhere that is repeatedly hit with disasters and in which you know, like that means that the people with resources will move.
In those cases, Chester sees those without means being hurt most.
You have a declining tax base, and that means that the resources that were typically going to that area are no longer going to that area in the way that they were before.
She emphasizes that it's not just the land that would be abandoned.
The people that are left there who cannot, maybe don't have the means to move, or they don't want to move, or they don't have communities elsewhere.
So when you live in a house like this, you actually elevate it up 15 feet off the ground.
Jared Bro says that he has heard no offer to buy his home, but has seen his flood insurance double, and he thinks he has a better solution.
So you can raise a house for maybe $50,000 to $100,000. That's far more affordable than trying to buy out certain houses. What needs to happen next is when new homes are built, those new homes have to be built to a raised standard.
Chalk agrees, saying those affected need to be part of the fix.
I'm talking within the last 10 to 15 years that I've seen the coast change. And when you live it every day, you see that gradual disappearance.
People here also know that this is a special place in America.
In this portion of the country, we're rich in culture and heritage.
If I could live anywhere in America, I would still live here. The quality of life is good. It's a tranquil community. It's peaceful. It's safe. The food is good. The drink is good.
Now, in the wake of yet another storm, they need to figure out how to make the water situation good. Michael Shore, I-24 News, New Orleans.